duels, all that stuff.
I remember Legacy players last year was just fringe group of players that like no one really knew much about. Every GP you'd find out some storylines, and now with the SCG Opens, Legacy's everywhere.
Oh yeah, it's just like absolutely huge.
Yeah, so Jeff's tax of Misty Rainforest.
And gonna go down to 19 for that. And let's see what he decides to get. Maybe a Bayou? Yeah, Bayou. And is he going to go for a hymn here?
You could.
Seems like a reasonable choice.
I think it's a fine play. Nope, a Sylvan
Library. And that seems very good.
That's very good. If so, let's see if we have Show Emrakul right now. We have Intuitions, we have double Blightsteel Colossus, and I don't think there's a land. There's like double Show and Tell, double Intuition, double Emrakul.
Yeah, and that Wasteland play by Jeff on turn 1, pretty valuable right now.
Yeah.
All right, Jeff with another fetch land. Probably gonna run him out there now.
I mean, are these Show and Tell decks? Like, Through the Breach seems needed, but do these Show and Tell decks... Show and Tell seems really weak against Jace, and everyone's playing Jace.
Yes, it is very weak against Jace.
Alright, so he has to discard. He did draw Misdirection, though, so that would be pretty sweet if he gets himmed.
Would be pretty powerful if that card was himmed right now. I'm confused about why he didn't discard a Blightsteel Colossus. I don't know why you need 2 of those.
In case he has to double Show and Tell.
That's fine, I guess.
I mean, unless, he gets Warren Weirding. Or even himmed. You want your combo piece, I guess. Him's a big one, but he does have Misdirection.
Alright.
And you're never going to cast 3 Intuitions in a game.
That's true.
Alright, Tarmogoyf comes in for a total of 2.
Mm-hmm. Going to knock Erik down to 18 here. And then Jeff's got another fetch land and another Tarmogoyf. So, just bringing the beats. And Erik finds a Ponder on the top of his library, a Lorwyn Ponder, and he's going to be looking for a land right now.
Or multiples. In response, Brainstorm from Jeff. And I think that was a misstep.
If it was, then he's...
it is not, but there is a force anyway.
And I think you force this.
Yeah. Your opponent just draw, go, draw, Ponder. That means he's... He's going to let it resolve. I don't like letting it resolve.
Neither do I. Erik keeps a land on top. He's looking at the force and the Jace. I think his play here is to draw the land. And then after he draws the land, he will not crack it this turn because he's going to want the force in his hand. Oh, so he's just going to leave the land on the top of his library. That's fine.
Yeah, so he has force in hand.
Yeah, I probably would have drawn the land and kept the force on top of my library.
But it's better to do it the way he's doing it. Because you're going to make the same land drops regardless. Like, you're going to miss a land drop.
Well, I mean, then the force isn't in your hand for his turn, for him to Thoughtseize it or something away. And you don't really want to, you don't want to force anything on his turn anyway. Like, what are you going to force?
Very true.
So I would just take the land, and you have to discard. It's just strictly better to draw the land and keep the force on top.
Yeah, you're correct.
So Jeff is cracking a fetch land now, grabbing a Tropical Island, and let's see what he has to offer this turn. If he's got a Jace the Mind Sculptor, then Erik will not be too happy with the situation.
Yeah, that's really rough.
Well, actually, if he has a Jace the Mind Sculptor, then it's going to be pretty good that Erik
has the force.
Has that force. Yeah. So I'm going to eat my shoe right now.
Please let me see that.
All right, come on. It's shoe eating time. So let's see how Jeff decides to handle the situation. So yeah, puts those 2 cards back, draws Tombstalker, and he's probably gonna bash with some Goyves and then attempt to stalk some tombs.
Seems like an alright play. 3 mana.
Yeah.
Tombstalker, pitch the whole graveyard.
So Erik is down to 12, and he's facing down a pretty healthy board over there.
Yeah. 3 points short of lethal.
Ooh, and that's an interesting force.
I mean, he's on a 2-turn clock regardless, and now he's still on a 2-turn clock. But if he gets an Emrakul, he doesn't want something flying over.
That's reasonable.
I mean, this turn he is going to show and tell.
Yeah. Has to. Drops down to 11, and
he's going real fast. He's like, all right, I want to see if it goes. I want to see if it lives.
Let's see.
He's getting really fast and jittery.
Yeah. That grabs another volcanic island. And show and tell. So, show and tell comes down. And Jeff's going to force that and pitch a spell snare. And that's going to get misdirection. And he's going to pitch a show and tell. And Jeff is cold now.
Yeah, and I think Blightsteel Colossus is going to hit the board.
Huh?
And that changes things up.
Yeah, it changes things quite a bit. Jeff really needs a Jace now.
Yeah. Or War Meridian. Another. Oh, there's the Jace. Oh, no, there is. No, it isn't. It's Verdant Catacomb.
Okay.
I think it's Verdant Catacomb, Goyf, Jace. I think he's just going to draw all of them. I don't see why you wouldn't. Why not just draw them all?
You're under infect, not damage clock. If you draw them all, you get closer to finding that Jace you need.
And now he just ripped show and tell. So if somehow he deals with the Blightsteel Colossus, he has another one back in hand. Yeah, I don't like at all not just grabbing all the cards.
Yeah, and he's going to block this, and then the Blightsteel is going to kill the Tarmogoyf and deal Jeff a whole buttload of poison.
Yeah. And he's looking for his one Jason.
I think he just show and tells again on this turn.
No, because they're legendary.
Are they? Is that legendary?
Oh, they're not legendary, are they?
I don't think they are.
I've never seen two in play at the same time. I thought they were legendary. Nope, they're not legendary. So yeah, he's just going to show and tell another into play.
Yeah. I mean, you have to show and tell another into play here because you need to be dependent from Jace. There's absolutely no reason not to do that. Now if his opponent draws a Jace, his opponent wins, whereas otherwise he would have had the game completely locked up.
Yeah, why wouldn't you show and tell the other Blightsteel into play?
It doesn't make sense to me.
No.
I guess he's afraid that his opponent could drop a Tombstalker into play and then swing back and kill him. But now he can't then because...
And there it is. Jeez.
Yeah. So Erik Manoushian just...
he's got to be kicking himself now.
Yeah, he's probably pretty upset that he didn't show and tell that other Blightsteel into play.
Wouldn't you have just Tombstalkered if he had it anyway? He just said go.
Yeah, he would have. Yeah, so... Yeah,
all right,
Erik's going to pack it up.
Frustrating loss for Erik.
Yeah, all he had to do there was
just show and tell.
Show and tell again. I was pretty sure that he was going to do that. But, playing under the camera is somewhat difficult.
Oh, sorry. You came back?
These guys are in good spirits. I like that.
Yeah, they're having fun.
Legacy's a good format. You get to play decks that, you get to play whatever kind of deck is your bread and butter.
Yeah.
So, I'm sure Erik just loves dropping Emrakuls into play.
Well, he doesn't love dropping too many Blightsteel Colossuses, that's for sure.
Maybe he didn't know they weren't legendary. Maybe his Blightsteel Colossuses are in German or something.
Is he Dutch? So he's going to bring in Red Elemental Pyroblast, do you think?
Yeah.
His extra Force to Will, Mental Missteps. I don't know. I have no clue who's going to board.
So the this player is definitely bringing in an extra misdirection. I think he also wants some number of his Rebs and Pyroblasts, and I don't think he can bring in Mental Misstep here. I guess, he might bring in the Misstep, and he might bring in 6 cards, in which case the stuff he'd be taking out is, geez, what does he take out here? I guess he can take out the 2 Blightsteels.
These combo decks, I have no clue. Like, can you take out your Blightsteels?
Yeah, I mean, you have 4 Ponder and 4 Brainstorm.
I don't know.
Jaces.
Like, why take them out? Why have them in the main if you're not going to have them after sideboard? Like, I bet 6 is the number that you need to combo.
I guess that's reasonable. It seems like there's so much redundancy in the main deck already with the cards that do the exact same thing as these cards in a sideboard.
Yeah.
It's like really hard to make cuts. Like, it's just like you're getting slight upgrades in a lot of things.
Yeah. Which that's what you want. I mean, that's what you're looking for in that. So, like, what do we think that that Jeff's gonna do?
So Jeff is definitely bringing in his Damnation. He's bringing in an extra copy of Jace the Mind Sculptor. He's bringing in a Phyrexian Metamorph, and he's bringing in a pair of Thought Seizes.
Seems reasonable.
Yeah.
Who's going to be taking out his spot removal?
Yeah, he's going to take out Ghastly Demise, Putrefy, Dismember, and go for the Throat. So that's 5 cards coming out, and then 1 Damnation, 1 Jace.
That's 5.
2 Thoughtseize and a Phyrexian Metamorph is 5 coming in. He might also want to bring in an additional Spell Pierce, and he's already seen Misdirection, so he may want to side out a single copy of him.
Well, if he knows this deck well, he's actually going to also try to take other things off for Spell Snares because there's not a card you can target.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
So he might bring in... I don't know what he'd bring in, but probably Maelstrom Pulse, like just hit a Jace or something. Like,
Yeah,
or just keep some spot removal in.
Something.
He'll probably actually keep the Spell Snares in, not knowing if he has 2-drops or not.
Yeah, he has no idea that his opponent's 2-dropless. Like, this deck is pretty fringe, so could very easily have 2 drops.
Yeah, for sure.
And we also don't know, maybe Erik sided in his counterspell.
Which counterspells?
He has 2 counterspells in his sideboard.
Oh, wow, I didn't, yeah. That's an unusual sideboard card.
Yeah, it's the kind of card that, like, if your deck wants that, it's usually, like, something that would go in the main deck.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's matchup dependent. Erik probably doesn't like... He's been playing this deck for a while. He knows what he wants.
Yeah.
Oh, he has Boseiju, too.
Ooh, I like that a lot.
Boseiju, who shelters all.
It's a tree. I like trees.
Sweet tree. I've played many a times with that card.
All right. And we're off to the races. Let's see how this game's beginning to progress. All right. Yeah, Jeff leads off with a turn 1 Thoughtseize. Erik is going to crack a fetch land in response, and he is most likely going to Brainstorm and hide some of his combo pieces.
Well, not anymore.
Well, his opponent has the Mental Misstep, and
Is he
suddenly
gonna
is
force it?
unable to do that. Oh, well, he was
he's
turning
gonna
to Spell
Spell
Pierce. Yeah, and he would have to force that. That doesn't seem very good.
No.
Yeah, and he has a Through the Breach.
What would you take here? Probably Brainstorm?
Yeah, I guess the hand doesn't really do anything if you just take the. I don't know.
I mean, you're not going to take Through the Breach. If you take anything, you're going to take the Darksteel Colossus because Show and Tell then lets that into play.
Yeah.
Or Blightsteel Colossus. And like if you top deck Show and Tell, then I guess if you have Jace in hand, then you're fine. But that's about the only.
Yeah, and I mean, you don't take the Force because by taking the Brainstorm, you took the blue card from the Force.
Yeah.
And like.
So I think you just take Brainstorm here.
Then if he draws another blue card, he can't play it anyway because he has the Force in his hand.
Yeah.
So then like you get like tons of information based on his like plays in the future. Yeah, Brainstorm just seems like the best card here.
I mean, it's obviously the riskiest, but I think it turns out the best. Like, if he draws a couple lands in that, and if Jeff only has Force of Will, then he gets to Force back and attack for 11 effect. So he takes Force.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's the last one I want.
Right now.
Emrakul.
So the Eons may be torn up at some point during this game. How many copies of City of Traders does Erik have in that deck list?
0.
Okay,
Just
so
4 Ancient Tomb.
So if he rips an Ancient Tomb, the next turn he could potentially attack with an Emrakul.
No, because he needs a red.
No, he has Volcanic Island in play.
Oh, that's a Volcanic Island? It looks like an island.
Well, that's really,
Are
really
you sure
bad.
that's a Volcanic Island?
Yes. So Erik is in the unfortunate situation that occurs when you brainstorm without a shuffling effect, and you draw into 3 of the cards you're not looking for, and no shuffling effect. So he didn't get a land, and he knows he's not going to get a land for the next 2 turns.
Yeah, that hand looks real bad.
What?
Yeah, his hand looks really bad right now.
Yeah, like really, really bad.
Like very bad.
Like the worst. It's a shame.
Let's just let them play spells for free for the rest of the turn.
I think Erik would win the second you let somebody play spells for free. Casting an Emrakul is pretty big.
Yeah.
Alright, so Erik is shuffling up his hand, and he's getting ready to discard to him.
And to him, he just doesn't care.
Alright.
Alright. Oh, he gets a shuffle now.
Yeah.
But he loses.
That's actually pretty good for him.
If he has combo pieces in hand. Like if he shuffled away all his combo pieces. So it depends what 2 cards he's left with.
I think he has a Through the Breach and a Blightsteel.
I mean, but he doesn't have his Force. Like, even if he gets to cast that, it's not going to resolve.
Does Jeff have Force plus blue card?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's just a really over.
And he top decks. And he has it. And he goes for it. And the Force.
Yeah, I mean, that was almost 10 points of impact right there.
Yeah.
Not quite, though. Another another Through the Breach off the top for Erik, though. Oh, never mind. Now he needs a Show and Tell. And he's taking some serious hurt off of these Ancient Tombs. Lands that tap for 2 mana are very good, but in order to make them balanced, which they still were not, they deal a lot of damage.
So I just got a deck list that looks awesome. We should build this.
Who's it from?
Andrew Steven Johnson. It actually doesn't look playable. It just looks awesome. It is pretty much every creature combo in Modern. Every single one.
Just
all
all
matched together. Yeah. With
And
Birthing Pod. It's every combo. Like, we're even going down to, like, Sharoom plus Disciple of the Vault.
Double Sharoom's Disciple of the Vault?
No, there's only one.
Well, you need a body double.
Is there a body double in here?
Yep.
Yep, body double.
That's how it combos that. We have... Oh, man, this literally is every single combo.
Yeah.
What does he just have, like 4 Fauna Shaman to find them all?
No, 4 Birthing Pod.
Okay, cool. We put that together. It's kind of hilarious.
Do you want to put it together?
Teysa or Soft Scion.
Yeah, it has Teysa and Scion.
It's going to take so long to put together. It's all one-ofs.
I know. Do that while I'm commentating.
Oh, my gosh. The worst. Can't believe this is happening.
It's going to take us like 2 rounds to get this deck built.
Yeah.
All right, so him to Turok is taking away more cards of Erik's. All right, Emrakul is going to force another shuffle. And is he finally going to... Does Jeff... I think Jeff has a Tarmogoyf. Or no, he just has a land, so... Just plays a land, now he can hard cast his Force of Will. It says go. Spell Pierce, Bladesteel Colossus. Through the Breach. Upkeep Wasteland. Alright. Erik ponders, trying to find another way to get his combo on the board. So he decided to shuffle it up. He's going to draw a card now. And hits a land. Alright, so Jeff is up. Jeff needs to find some type of pressure to put on this game. He's spent every single turn disrupting Erik in any way possible. But he just can't find a win condition, and Erik's drawing out of it. Now Erik found a Boseiju. So he is going to, if he draws a land, he is resolving through the Breach. And him to Turok. Multiple him to Turoks is really putting a strain on Erik's chances of winning this game. Alright. 2 cards are gone. And they are not through the Breach Emrakul or through the Breach Blightsteel Colossus. He hits a land.
Oh my gosh.
And he's gonna get there. We're going to game 3.
That's unreal.
Yeah, him to Turok, whiffed on both cards, hit it. Bunch of Volcanic Islands in play. Seiju's going to put him at 11.
And there it is.
Picked up a shredder tender last night too.
All right, so that was pretty awesome. Erik got his deck to work. So I didn't fully look over this list that we're putting together, and now I'm looking over at the cards Jake's putting in this deck, and it is absurd. I don't even know if this... Did he put time into this? Is this even 60? Do we know?
I think this person might have been punking you.
Well, let's just make it. Is it all a joke? I didn't look close enough.
It's gotta be.
Is it? Let's count it.
Look at this thing. I can't believe you have me building this right now.
25 land seems reasonable.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's actually, I'm sure it's like, you're gonna combo people.
Let's do this. Keep going.
Okay.
All right. So for you guys just joining in, I'm Brad Nelson. I'm here with Jacob Van Lunen. He's taking a little small break from commentating. He's sitting right here, but he's concentrating on something else. He's putting together a deck that, besides the 25 lands, the 4 Birthing Pods, and the 4 Birds of Paradise, every other card is a creature and a 1/of.
Yes. And I'm pretty sure that if you wanted this deck to be better, you would absolutely 100% need Lotus Cobras and Revel Arcs.
Doesn't matter. We're playing it.
Okay, as it is?
Wait, we could maybe make a change. Maybe we can put a Revel Arc in or two.
I feel like the Crypt Champion Safi combo seems really underpowered. So... Oh, okay.
Oh.
So yeah, the Crypt Champion Safi combo in this deck seems really underpowered. And I don't think we should necessarily include that.
Yes, we should.
Okay. We will.
We got to try his 60. Or at least show the group. We got to show everyone out there his 60 after we've been talking about it so much.
That's true.
And then we can make changes with them, but we can't just like change it without them knowing. Yeah, this deck looks sweet. All right, some hits just so you guys know what you'll be prepared for. We have an what is that? An Inquisitor Exarch. We have an Inquisitor Exarch, a Leonin Relic Warder, Merfolk Looter, just to, you know, Bonded Fetch, Mog War Marshal. I don't even know what Mog War Marshal combos with.
Yeah, I don't understand that at all.
We'll figure it out.
I'm sure while we're playing, we'll figure it out.
Yeah. a Viscera, Soul Warden, Essence Warden.
It does have 2 Revelarks.
Okay, 2. See, he's got it figured out.
I wanted more Revelarks.
He's got this all figured out. He's got the PT Champion deck in hand already. 1 Shroom the Hedgehog, no clue what that's for.
You copy it, and then it makes infinite creatures come into play. When it's in your graveyard, you play a body double and bring it back, and then it's a whoa.
Okay. Those work together because Shroom brings back artifacts. How do you bring body double back?
Well, you body double when Shroom's in your graveyard.
Oh, but then how does? Okay, anyway.
You have Merfolk Looter and Bonded Fetch to discard it.
We'll figure it out. Erik is mulling to 6 as well as Jeff. Jeff's strategy in this match is to get to a Jace and try to control his opponent as long as he can until he gets there. Jace is a really, really strong card against Erik, and Erik is playing Show and Tell / Through the Breach, Emrakul, Bladesteel Colossus. So he's just trying to get some lands and play one of those spells and put a big monster into play and bash his opponent before he finds Jace the Mind Sculptor. He has his own Jace the Mind Sculptor, so he can try to put that in play before he goes off, or Legend Rule so he's just not called to it. Because game 1, he just lost to a Jace the Mind Sculptor.
Please report to the stage, please.
All right, Jeff is thinking about keeping his hand. Doesn't look like it's that good. All right, so how's it going over there, putting the deck together?
All right, I don't think it's enough cards.
You think it's too many cards?
I don't think it's enough cards.
Well, you don't have the 4 birthing pods in yet.
Yeah, I know, and then I'm at 31.
Wait, he's 4 short?
Oh, no, wait. I started wrong.
All right, so Jeff leads with an Underground Sea. Erik leads with an Island. Oh, did Jeff miss a land drop? Yeah, Jeff missed a land. Multiple land drops now. He hasn't even found a Brainstorm to try to find it. Erik is going to make multiple land drops. And he does have Show and Tell. He does have Show and Tell, but I don't think he wants to do it in case his opponent kept on Jace. I think he wants to try to find his own Jace first. Since he's so far ahead right now, that seems like the more optimal play. His opponent's missing land drops and soon to be discarding. All right, Tombstalker in the graveyard. First card in the graveyard. Not many times have I ever seen that. All right, Volcanic Island gives him 4 lands. He has double Brainstorm, Show and Tell, Emrakul. That's not a bad hand for the situation he's in right now. Brainstorm for Jeff is going to try to get him out of this predicament, try to get him some more lands, start interacting with his opponent. He found 1 land, 2 lands, so that's good. He's going to be able to also put some cards back and not have to draw them again thanks to the Mystery Rainforest. I think I see Jace, if not 2 in the back there. Those are actually... Yeah, that's a... No clue. I want to say they are. They might be Tarmogoyfs. Yeah, he's going to play the Misty, so he is going to be sacrificing that so he can shuffle away those 2 cards and get some more fresh ones. Brainstorm, end of turn for Erik.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and include some Ancient Ziggurats in this deck list. Because it's all creatures except the Birthing Pods, and it plays 25 lands. And that taps for any color of mana, and this is a 5-color all-creature deck.
That's fine. You can change you can work on the mana base.
Alright.
Alright.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Brainstorm resolves. All right, I think he wants to go for it. I don't know how much I like this because all Jeff has to have is a Jace. Alright, so I think Jeff's ended up going to Spell Pierce this. Because if he Spell Pierces it, then if he has Daze in hand as well, he can Daze it, forcing a Force. Yeah, Spell Pierce, pays it, Dazes it. Force gets cast. And Jeff's just going to force back. Alright, so that leaves Erik with nothing really in the tank. Jeff as well. Now, I mean, I do like Jeff's position now. He doesn't really have much of an answer to a Through the Breach or Show and Tell again, but he's going to start slamming Tarmogoyf. Or not. He doesn't have a green source. That's... He did have a fetch land. I wonder why he didn't go for a green source. Alright, he found Through the Breach, and I think he's just going to go for it again. Alright, so Erik brainstorms, finds Through the Breach, plays Ancient Tombs, play around Daze. Takes 2 pain, plays Through the Breach. Jeff has nothing for that. Blightsteel. Yep, and Erik wins the match. Alright, so Erik playing Show and Tell. Alright, Pat Cox is updating us again. He's 4-0. Did we make any mistakes this round?
I don't think so.
We didn't? Alright,
Okay.
Camera curse.
Yeah, I guess so.
Guess so. Pretty soon we're going to have another match with Pat Cox because he's going to keep winning and inning. And he's going to, I don't know what he's going to do.